one more chance, one more opportunity to make it into the Final Four. But what lies ahead of NASCAR's best is 500 laps of beating and banging action that will for sure cause some tempers to flare, which sets up as a perfect backdrop for the final race of the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs in the round of 8. Welcome to the Xfinity 500, live from the Martinsville Speedway in Ridgeway, Virginia. It is set to be somewhat warm type of day here in Virginia. Temperature going to be in the low to mid 60s. 5% chance of rain and wind 9 miles an hour west-southwest of the speedway. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the episode of MDK Race Day. Man, 3 Race Day videos all in a single weekend. This has been stressful, but I'm willing to do it for you guys, and welcome to the Cup Series edition of the show as we preview the Xfinity 500 from the Martinsville Speedway. Like I said, it is the final race in the round of 8, which means 3 spots are going to be up for grabs by the end of today's race, and we will know which 4 drivers will fight for the championship next weekend at Phoenix. We already know one driver that's going to be locked in, and that is Joey Logano. His win 2 weeks ago at Kansas locked him into Phoenix. He's going to be the only driver that is safe entering this race. Kevin Harvick right now plus 42 above the cut line. Denny Hamlin right behind him in 3rd place plus 27. Brad Keselowski now has a plus 25 gap ahead of Chase Elliott as alongside with his teammate Alex Bowman. Martin Truex Jr. minus 36 and Kurt Busch and basically just minus 81. He needs to win. I mean, no matter what. In fact, I can pretty much say that Elliott, Bowman, Truex, and Kurt Busch, all four of those drivers, they're going to need to win the race, in my opinion, if they want to make it to Phoenix. So now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the 2020 Xfinity 500 from the Martinsville Speedway. On the front row is the Ford driver of Brad Keselowski, who has run really good here at Martinsville, alongside with the defending winner of this race, who won here back in June, Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 car. Row 2 has Alex Bowman in the 88 and Denny Hamlin in the 11. Row 3 has Kurt Busch in the 1 and Kevin Harvick in the 4. Row 4 has Joey Logano in the 22 car, who won here back in the fall of 2018, and Chase Elliott in the 9 car. Row 5 has Kyle Busch, last week's winner after finally breaking that 33 race winless streak at Texas. He starts 9th place alongside Ryan Blaney. Row 6 has rookie Christopher Bell in the 95 car and Matt DiBenedetto in the 21 car. Row 7 has William Byron in the 24 and Austin Dillon in the 3. Cole Custer and Clint Boyer, teammates at Stewart-Haas Racing, they start in the 8th row. Row 9 has rookie Tyler Reddick and the 47 car of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 10 has Eric Jones in the 20 car and Eric Almirola in the 10. Row 11 has Ryan Newman in the 6 and Ryan Preece in the 37. Row 12 has teammates from Front Row Motorsports, rookie John Nemechek in the 38 car. And to his outside in 24th spot is the 34 car of Michael McDowell. Ty Dillon and Corey LaJoie make up row 13. Jimmy Johnson, participating in his final Martinsville start, starts 27th on the grid. Alongside with him is the 17 car of Chris Buescher. Row 15 is Daniel Suarez in the 96 and Brendan Poole in the 15. Row 16 is Matt Kenseth in the 42 and Bubba Wallace in the 43. Row 17, Josh Bilicki in the 7, Timmy Hill in the 66. Rookie Quinn Houff and Garrett Smithley make up row 18. Row 19 is made up by James Davison and J.J. Yaley. And Joey Gase rounds out the 39 car field on the inside of row 20. Now let's take a look at the odds to win today's Xfinity 500. Martin Truex Jr. being the defending winner of this race. He's on top of the board, plus 325 for the 19 car. And right behind him is his teammate, Denny Hamlin, plus 550 for the 11 car. Brad Keselowski also sits at a plus 550. He won here back in the spring of 2019. Second row has Kyle Busch plus 850 alongside with Chase Elliott and Joey Logano. Ryan Blaney plus 900. Kevin Harvick, 8th best, plus 1,000. Kind of surprised to see him that low on the grid. Behind him is Alex Bowman plus 2,500. Kurt Busch plus 2,800. Clint Boyer and William Byron as well as Jimmy Johnson both are sitting at a plus 3,300. Eric Almirola and Matt DiBenedetto plus 6,000. Eric Jones plus 6,600. And teammates from Richard Childress Racing, Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick, both at 8,000. So, what can we expect from this race? Well, if it's going to be anything like what we saw yesterday's race in Xfinity and Friday night's race in trucks, I think we got a pretty fun show on our hands. First of all, we take a look at the playoff drivers. Like I said, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., and Kurt Busch, all 4 of them need to win. Kurt Busch, it's a definite. Even Truex, it's a definite. With Elliott and Bowman, I don't. They can still get in on points, but I think when you take a look at the level of competition that they face against with drivers like Harvick, Hamlin, and Keselowski, I really do believe you're going to have to win the race in order to beat them because they are so strong, or they have been so strong this season, and they are really, really good on the short tracks. I mean, let's start out first with Denny Hamlin. Hamlin is the most experienced, or at least the most successful out of all drivers in the round of A here at Martinsville. He has won, I think, 4 or 5 races at this racetrack, so he knows how to win here. But then again, he hasn't won at this racetrack since 2015, 2016, if I'm not mistaken. So he hasn't been in victory lane in a long time at the racetrack. And I think with the mulligan that he had last weekend at Texas, I think Hamlin is going to have to find a way to get back into rhythm because I will say, this playoffs, I know he won at Talladega a few weeks ago, but this playoffs, Hamlin has just, in my opinion, been a bit more, I don't want to say, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say not as good, but just, he seemed mortal. And what I mean by that is when you look at the regular season, it looked like nobody could touch Hamlin. Only Kevin Harvick could. Outside of Harvick, no one else could touch him. Now, it seemed like even Hamlin, anyone can beat him now. That's almost that's the feeling I kind of get from Hamlin this playoffs. It's not like Kevin Harvick he was with Kevin Harvick in the regular season where they were just dominating week after week. Now we're starting to see a bit more mistakes coming from the 11 team. They're not as consistent as they once were. And I think at a track like Martinsville, a track where they have had success in the past, I think right now is the time where they can get back into form and prep for next weekend at Phoenix if they were to advance. As for Keselowski, basically he is the defending winner, or he won here back in spring of 2019, and we know how good Team Penske is on the short tracks. Just look at this season. Keselowski won at Richmond earlier in the playoffs. We know how good the Penske organization is on the short tracks. This could be a great opportunity for Keselowski to once again have the opportunity to score another win in 2020 and lock himself into Phoenix. As for the bottom 4, Hendrick teammates Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman, while I do believe they have gotten better in terms of speed and performance, again, I think it's going to take a win, and I just can't see any of the Chevy drivers. And we can even throw in Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch, yeah, him and Martinsville have not been the best of friends. He only has 1 win at this track back in the spring of 2014. The Chevy drivers of Bowman, Elliott, and Kurt Busch, again, they're faster than they were in the regular season, but I don't think they're up to the level of the Ford drivers and the Toyota drivers at this track just yet. Which is why my pick to win this race will be the 19 car of Martin Truex Jr. I think he will go back-to-back and win at Martinsville for the second time in his career. First of all, like I said, he's a defending winner. Number 2, he's run really good on the short tracks. He nearly won at Martinsville until him and Logano had that scuffle. He has won races at Richmond as of late in recent years. He knows how to get the job done on the short track. And I can't see a reason why he couldn't have a shot at winning here. He has shown some speed as of late. Nearly won the victory last weekend at Texas. He has scored a lot of top 10 finishes aside from Talladega and Darlington in the playoffs. I believe except for those 2 races, he has finished in the top 10. Maybe Bristol, I can add that, but I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 races he has finished inside the top 10. And I think coming to a track like Martinsville, where he has had recent success in the past, I can't find a reason why he could not go back-to-back. So I have Truex winning this race. I think, yes, another clutch situation. Trucks, it was a miss. I had Hill winning. He didn't win. Xfinity yesterday, Gragson nearly won. He was finished 3rd. He had a really, really good car. But this time I have Truex winning. He will come in clutch and he will win to make it into Phoenix. So because of that, this is my championship 4. We know Logano, he's going to be in. I have Kevin Harvick also making it in. Denny Hamlin. And Martin Truex Jr. will be the 4th and final driver to make it into the championship 4. He will knock off Keselowski when he wins at this racetrack at Martinsville here today. So that is my championship 4. Logano, Harvick, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. But that's going to conclude this episode of MDK Race Day, guys. Tell me in the comment section down below, who do you think is going to win this race? What is your championship 4 predictions? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, my name is Chuck Cross from MDK, and I'll see you guys next time.